because you know how there's like a legacy we follow. We follow like this whole all 6 episodes of Star Wars are all what?
9.
9? What 9?
Just saying, Rey is a Skywalker.
Who's Rey?
According to what's her name?
Anyway, so the whole entire Star Wars saga, all 6 episodes, is called the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
It's the Parlor with Harrison Myles.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have brought someone on today that is of my own. He's the associate producer on Writer's Block. Ladies and gentlemen, filmmaker here in Los Angeles, Alec Salazar. Yeah! What up, dude?
What's going on?
Another day in paradise, brother. You know, I'm loving it out here. I know you are too, I'm sure.
What's going on, man? Thank
That's why
you.
we're here. Of course, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
It's a pleasure. A pleasure and an honor.
Wow, that's some humble words. It's an honor, he said. Why is it an honor to be here, Alec?
It's nice to be with people who are of a similar mindset, people who are about the grind, people who are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve your dream.
My man. That's probably why he's on the podcast, because he says shit like that. But yeah, dude, it is nice, isn't it? It's nice to be surrounded by people not only of like-mindedness like that, but people that are just so hungry for it, so eager to get it, and then of course that they're also talented at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
or sometimes you just bullshit your way through if you don't have the talent, and you can still make it that way too.
If you can appear to be talented and still get shit done, I think that's a talent in its own, right?
True. Yeah.
So you're still talented.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, thanks for coming on the podcast, Alec. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Parlor.
It's like I said, pleasure and an honor.
Oh God,
it's very nice here.
Look
it's
at
very
this guy.
nice.
It is, right? It's nice and cozy.
It is. Yeah.
The green room's nice. Nice place. Nice and quiet. Now that the dogs aren't here in the studio, but just got the production cat. She's cool. She was really nice to you when you walked in.
Yeah, she was. She bit me a few times, but
that's her way of saying you're okay with me.
Yeah, I like an aggressive woman.
There you go. So let me ask you a question. When did you move out here, man? Because I only just met you month ago or so.
Yeah. So originally from here in California, born in Whittier.
What the fuck's a Whittier? Are you what?
Yeah. And then we moved to Fontana.
No, wait. Go back to Whittier. What is that?
Whittier, California. It's like 20 minutes away. What do you mean?
You're talking to someone who's from Miami, dude. I don't know what anything outside of Los Angeles is.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of LA County. It's just like 20, 30 minutes. It's really not that bad.
Okay. All right. So
then again, I don't really live out here anymore, so the traffic is probably much fucking worse. So who knows how far it actually is. But yeah. Then we moved to Fontana. We moved to South Carolina. Stayed there for 2nd grade. Moved to Arizona for me to start 3rd grade. Moved back to South Carolina for me to start 5th grade. After my sophomore year, we came back out here. Then we went back to South Carolina, finished high school. I'm not done yet. I went to Arizona State my freshman year. My summer after that, I came home. We moved back out here to California. We moved back to South Carolina. I went to the University of South Carolina and then finished school out there. And then my brother and I moved back out here last April. And then my parents and my sister followed in July.
So you had virtually no time to make any friends, it sounds like. But if you did, then you have a shit ton of friends because of all the moving.
So that's the thing. I finally figured out how to put it into words the past few months. I've been able to develop real friendships because in the back of my head, it's always like, oh, I could just move in the summer and then I'll never see these people again. So I've never allowed myself to have like a serious friendship because it could just be over. But at the same time, I've developed a skill. I'd call myself a chameleon. Like you can drop me in any environment and I'll be able to fit in because I've had to learn how to fit in with kids so many times. Like I have a personality for California, a it's kind of similar but different personality for Arizona, and then completely different for South Carolina. Because when you're a kid, you're the new kid, you have to fit in.
So if we're taking a road trip and we cross the border over to Arizona,
I can fit.
Are you just gonna like?
I can blend in. No one
flip
will know.
up on me, bro, and just be someone else.
No one will know that I'm not from Arizona. I'll just fit right in.
Oh, okay. You're still Alec, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deep down, I don't know if I've ever met him because, like I said, I've had to fit in with all these different people. So I don't know if this is the real Alec or if I've ever even met him.
I don't know which
That's
version.
Stuff you don't want to think about.
We don't know which version of Alec we have on the podcast in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah.
But we do have one of the many. Well,
Like
this seems like
fucking McAvoy and Split. That's his name, right?
McAvoy,
James?
James McAvoy in the movie Split, Split is a prequel to Glass, Glass is a sequel to Unbreakable, right?
I think I've never seen Glass. Which one's the one that came out a few years ago?
Glass with Samuel
Glass,
Jackson.
Yeah. And then Unbreakable is the one with just him and Bruce Willis, right?
With just Bruce Willis from like the 90s. I think.
Then yeah, that's the one I haven't seen. Glass was
and then
a
Split.
major letdown. What's a movie you've seen recently that you're like, maybe Hollywood's not dying. Maybe there is some hope left for this industry. What's a movie you've seen recently that made you feel something?
Pass.
Really? Like the last thing, it could have been 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 20. The last thing you saw where you're like, oh shit, this made me feel something.
Oh, well, there's plenty of stuff like that. But if we're talking recently, I have to really think. I know there's something. Mm-hmm. I know there is. But the thing is, I'm not watching a ton of movies like I used to anymore.
I'll extend it to TV then.
If you extend it to TV, I got some shit for you.
Okay. Name it.
The Boys.
Okay.
Fallout.
I've heard it's very good.
Thank you, God Howard.
Do I have to play the game to watch it?
You have satisfied my craving. You do not have to play the games to enjoy the series, because the interesting thing about Fallout, the series, is it is not actually an adaptation to the video game. It is actually an expansion of the universe.
Okay.
There are multitude of vaults all over the wasteland on the planet.
Okay.
And this is just another story of another vault in another part of the world. And it is fucking amazing. I am harsh. This is like better than The Last of Us, maybe? Dude,
really?
Dude, it's good. It's good. Well, The Last of Us is a complete, loyal, honorable adaptation.
Okay, I never played it because I'm an Xbox guy.
Get out.
But the show used to be PlayStation. And then when the original Xbox came out, I got it for Christmas and then never went back.
Did you see what I had when you walked in the green room?
I did.
I got the PS5, I got the Xbox,
But you
I
also
got the
have
Switch.
an Xbox.
Well, because I have to have everything. I have an insatiable desire to have all technologies.
Yeah, Xbox.
It's disgusting.
But no, Last
Makes
of Us.
me fucking sick.
Last of Us was very good. I really liked it.
The Last of Us was incredible.
I almost wanted to wait until I could play it before I watched it, but I was pressured into watching it, and I don't regret it. I really liked it.
I'm not done. Severance
Haven't seen it.
with Adam Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
That's on Apple TV, right?
Yes. Great. Season 2 is coming soon, but it's been like 3 years. Invincible, the animated show's pretty good. If they don't fuck up Squid Game Season 2, I'm on board with that.
Okay. Do you think we're going to get that in our lifetime? Have they already started shooting Squid Games too?
As of the filming of this podcast, I do not believe they have begun filming Season 2.
We're never going to get it.
What makes you say that, Alec?
Because they when I say they...
The way he said it was so... Oh, he was so deprived. We're never going to get it.
When I say they, you know what I mean. Like, they pull this shit all the time. Oh, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. It never fucking comes.
Well, it's Netflix. They realize that they don't have the power they used to, and then they have a few gems that people are completely willing to get a membership for.
Do you remember?
And Squid Game's one of them.
Do you remember when you used to get that shit in the mail?
I do, because guess what? I worked at Blockbuster.
Did
and
you really?
They put us out of business.
Dude, I fucking loved Blockbuster.
Who the fuck didn't?
That's what some of my favorite memories. Like me and my dad and my brother were going, pick like 3 movies, get some candy, some popcorn, go home, watch them. Oh, I fucking miss you, Blockbuster. So good.
Blockbuster's amazing. Remind me to tell you something after we're done filming this episode.
Mental note.
Seriously, remind me if you can. You're my fucking AP. You better remember.
I'll remember.
Remind me to tell you something about Blockbuster.
Okay. Did you have to...
What?
I was going to ask if you guys had like a secret...
No, it's not even a story.
A secret back
I'll
room
talk
or
about
something.
stories my time work there. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Something else.
Okay.
But remind me. But we can talk about Blockbuster.
Do you think...
My time there, or what? Do I think what?
Do you think that will ever come back? Like, there...
Okay, now we have to stop talking.
A brand.
Now
of
we have to
hipster.
stop talking.
Okay.
We can't talk about that.
What?
Well, because that's a little bit of along the lines of what I want to talk to you about, or what I wanted to after the recording of this.
Okay.
So we can't talk about the future of anything like that, but we can talk about the past.
Okay. Damn. Because I think it's okay.
Actually,
I won't
no.
bring it up.
You know what? Let's talk. We can talk about that. I can satisfy your
I'm just curious
intellectual
what you
desire.
think.
I can satisfy your intellectual desire by talking from a general perspective. So let me, not from a personal one.
Mm-hmm.
So ask the question. This way we both win.
Yeah. Do you think there will be a new brand of hipster that arises? That is like, it's so much. I don't know if you're familiar with Kyle Kinane. He's a comedian.
Wait, I thought your question was about Blockbuster.
It is,
okay.
but it ties. He's a comedian. He has this bit where he talks about how hipsters, like, they don't, like, if they're watching porn, they're like, I'd rather have it in my hands, dude. I'd rather have the physical. So do you think it will ever come back to, if I'm going to watch a movie, like, I want the disc, like, I want to be able to hold it. Do you think that will ever come back?
Physical discs is never coming back. Physical discs, they're never going to be near. When you say come back, do you mean as popular as they were?
Not as popular, but do you think stores...
Because they're still here. They never went away.
I know, but do you think, like, Blockbuster could make a company, like, maybe 100 stores nationwide, and they'd be like, hey, come relive that experience.
There will never be a franchise of physical video rental stores for the purpose of that. If they ever do come back, it'll be for memorabilia, like reasons for, like, whoa, look at this.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe they start, like, a monumental franchise of Blockbusters where, come on in, just like the old Blockbuster. Maybe in 500 years, they bring back a Blockbuster store.
If we're still around then.
We'll be around in 500 years. Dude, 500 years, one human lives to, like, 95 years old. 500 years is like 5 people.
My great-grandma just passed away.
You're going to tell me we're not going to be here in 5 people, dude? That's your son, then your son's son, then your son's son's son, and then one more after that.
One more person, like, fucks a monkey or eats a bat, we're done. There's no way.
Where did you hear that, dude? There's no way you thought of that yourself.
I did.
You did?
Just now.
I'm sorry for not
Off
giving
the
you
top.
that kind of credit, my friend.
Off the top.
That's funny.
Nukes are the obvious answer, but...
I mean, Fallout, why do you think it's a perfect time for Fallout to come out?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
500 years? I don't think so.
You don't think we're going to last another 500 years? Do you know how long we've already been here?
Especially if aliens, like, are real, they're going to come and get us.
Why wouldn't they be real? Why do you say if?
Do you think they are? And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about just one, like, a single-celled organism on, like, a planet billions of light years away.
Technically,
I'm talking about
that is an alien.
I know, but
so they exist.
I'm talking about intelligent, advanced, like, life.
How advanced? Are you talking about like a dog?
More than us.
Yeah, I don't think we're the fucking smartest ones in this infiniteness.
I mean,
bro.
everyone says it. It's terrifying.
Dude, we're
either way.
so we as the human race. If you look at us, like, look at the ants. The ants are smart, but like, they've built this huge colony. We're that big. People looking down on them, and we'll look at them and like, oh, they're smart, but like, you're fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
they see in 2 dimensions. They can't look up.
Have you seen that Carl Sagan video where he's like explaining the different dimensions, and the first like the 2D dimension, his example is like an ant just walking across a piece of paper. And then,
No, I haven't, but you just literally validated what I was saying.
I think
Thank
I'm
you.
right. If I'm spreading misinformation, that's your fault for listening.
We are accustomed to talking shit here on the Parlor. This could be thrown in the realm of that. Or maybe it's a gem of really high intellectual information. But we'll never know. You might. Anyway, yeah, an ant just sees in 2 dimensions. So it's like we're looking up at it. It doesn't know it doesn't know it's being looked up at. No matter which way it looks, because it only knows it can only look within its own dimension. Am I saying what Carl Sagan says? Or what's his name?
Carl Sagan.
It
yeah.
is Carl Sagan.
His whole thing was just the video I saw years ago. So again, if it's misinformation, do your own research. I just could not wrap my head around what the 4th dimension is, so I looked up what is the 4th dimension.
You can't explain the 4th dimension.
And there's this video of him trying to explain it.
Oh,
and
I guess someone can
he,
explain
yeah,
the 4th dimension.
That's how he explains the. So his I
Using
think
the ant thing that I just fucking said?
Yeah, that's the second.
Are you
dimension.
fucking kidding me? Okay, thank you. So that's exactly my bro. Thank you. That's exactly why I believe we're not the smartest, because ants probably think they're the smartest, and they have their own shit, and they're involved in their shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're ants as well, just on our own scale. I think so, but I don't think we're gonna get squished. I don't think we're gonna get stepped. I think we're generating our own demise, and we're being watched.
That's what I'm saying. 500 years is way too generous.
No, I think we're going to be around another 10 people. 1,000. I don't know. We might make it to year 3,000. We know the Earth.
The Jonas Brothers already went there, so we're at least going to make it there.
we know the Earth will get swallowed up when the sun expands in the year 5,000.
I thought it's supposed to be
No,
billions.
it is
like
5
billions.
No, it's 5 million years from now, I think.
Either way, we'll be dead.
You and not me. You might be.
Not me. I'm freezing myself and then waking up when it happens so I can see it.
That might be the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Thank you.
How do you wake yourself? You have like an alarm.
Well, when the sun explodes, all that heat is gonna unfreeze me.
Look at this This guy is ahead of all of us right now. This guy's on some other fucking level. I love that.
Thank you.
Wow. So, all these weird topics of space. I always love, because I don't know, despite the relationship I have with the guest that comes on, I'm always excited because I have no idea where the topics are going to lead. And I just love talking about space and the future, and like especially our demise.
It's a trip.
That's fun.
It's a trip.
And I think talking about it with someone that has an acceptable level of intelligence just makes it all the more pleasant.
Well, thank you.
It took me a while to
Yeah.
find that one.
Yeah. You didn't want to call me smart, but just
I was looking for another word for. I was looking for a better word for smart.
Acceptable level.
Oh, I'll call you
thank
smart. You're smart.
No, thank you.
I wouldn't work with you if you were a dummy.
I cheated all the way through high school. I probably didn't have to, but I did.
That
I didn't
doesn't
want to
make-
put in the work. It wasn't worth my time.
That doesn't tell me anything, because
But again, that's its own skill.
I find myself to be more successful than a lot of the people that went on to get masters that I went to high school with. I find myself more successful than them, and it's not about doing well in high school. It's about your mindset,
Yeah.
and that's really all it is, about what you're willing, what you see for yourself, how bad you want it, and what you're willing to do to get it. That's really all it is. I was fucking bad in school.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like not showing up or just not caring?
No, I was too afraid to not show up. I felt like my dad was going to kick my ass or something if I didn't show up. I got like C's and D's.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't do great. I didn't apply myself.
You should have cheated off smarter people.
I cheated. I really didn't cheat. Fuck. Yeah, I really just owned it all. I was like, fuck it. But then I would like go to my parents and be like, I'm dumb. I don't get it. They're like, you don't apply yourself, honey. You're not dumb.
See,
I was dumb.
That's where I got the imposter syndrome from. Like, oh, you're so smart. Look at all these grades. I'm like, well, fucking thank Timmy for helping me out. I didn't do it.
Well, that's not imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is when you don't know you're the one taking credit for someone else's, I think.
I don't know.
You know what? I don't exactly know.
Misinformation.
At least that's accurate information that we're stating that we don't exactly know.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Yeah. So we're technically not lying.
We're technically not giving out misinformation.
No.
Trippy, dude.
Do your own research.
Hey, what was your favorite? I was just talking about shows. Like, what? Because I like to ask, like, you know, this shapes people a lot of the times. I just noticed there's a certain pink tint to your shoes.
Yeah.
I like that. You want to kick those up?
It's like a
Broadway style? Show
fucking-
the camera?
I can't tell you what fucking color it is. It's like a pink rose, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I just really liked the color.
That's rad, dude.
I'm pretty sure they're women's too, but who cares?
You're wearing them right.
Thank you.
You wear 'em well.
I appreciate that.
What was your favorite show growing up?
Growing up,
Cartoon, obviously.
how
'cause
much time you got? There's a few. Are we talking?
We got enough.
Can I go one for each network, like Cartoon Network, Disney, and Nickelodeon?
Go for it all, because
Or can I
those
just
were
name
like
them all?
those were the main ones. I mean, that's what I watched.
So, as a kid, I watched a lot of Tom and Jerry with my grandpa. Ooh. Me and my brother would watch Tom and Jerry with him.
Ooh.
And there's like, you know how like they went through different animation stages throughout the lifetime of Tom and Jerry. There's some that I fucking hate. Like there's episodes where they're like in space and they almost look like the Jetsons. I hate those. I hate that look so much.
I don't recall.
Yeah, if you have time, look up the different animators who worked on Tom and Jerry and their different styles. Some of them are hideous to me. So yeah, we watched a lot of Tom and Jerry.
That's like an old person show.
Yeah.
Because that like
My
wasn't
grandpa.
new when we were young.
My grandpa.
Yeah, your grandpa definitely was like, check this out. I used to watch this shit. Right?
Well, no, he was busy working like in a kitchen trying to bring his family to the U.S. when that
No,
came
when he
out.
was like, oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, my grandpa came here when he was like 24, I think.
So you're a first generation American.
Kind of half and half because my dad was born in Guatemala and then he moved here when he was like 3 months. But my mom was born here, so I don't know what that makes me.
Well, my mom was born in America, but my dad was born in a different country.
Mm-hmm.
And on my last name, I'm the first generation American of my last name.
I don't think. What if my dad was born over there, but his younger sister was born here? Would that make her the first generation, or would it be me and my cousins? It doesn't matter. We got here either way.
That's a tricky one.
Either way, we're here. So yeah,
boy.
Tom and Jerry. One of my favorites, and I just rewatched it like last May. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I fucking love
How
Avatar:
old
The
are
Last
you?
Airbender.
I never actually asked how old you were.
How old do you think I am?
From what you're saying, Avatar, I think that came around 5 years. You got to be born in 95 or so. 96 then.
1998. 26 years old.
Okay, so I wasn't too far off.
Yeah,
3
pretty
years.
close.
Okay. Yeah. So you're 26. Oh, you're a young lad.
No, I'm closer to 30 now than I am to 20 officially. I'm
You're
old
a
as
young
shit.
lad. Yeah, someone who's 26 would say that.
I'm old as shit.
I'm over 50.
My bones creak. My back
My
hurts.
bones get kicking. I'm 26 and fuck you.
I don't know, man.
You know how old I am?
34.
Fuck you.
Are you actually?
Why did you say that?
Are you?
Why did you say that?
Are you 34?
Why did you say that?
I just threw a number. I can't tell how old people are. I never.
Fuck you, dude.
Was I right?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
But I just turned 34. Like, what month are we in right now?
April.
Last month. What today? Today's the 20th, right? The 19th?
19th. 18th, 19th.
1 month and 4 days ago, I just turned 34.
You don't look a day over 33.
You're fired. Get out of here. Fuck you, man. I thought I looked like I was at least 29, 30. Especially when I shave, but no, right?
Again,
but not this. This guy looks 40 because I'm playing like a late 30s guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, I can't. I used to work at this moving. I'll get back to my favorite shows, but I worked for this moving company.
ADHD?
I think I don't have the H. I don't think I have the H. I'm a pretty mellow dude, but it's hard for me to pay attention. My mind is always
ADHD. That's me.
I've heard that
ADD.
I've heard that actually leads to erectile dysfunction. I don't know if it's true, so I try to not do it.
interesting because I haven't had any issues getting a hard penis, and I've been doing this for my whole life.
Yeah. Again, do your own research. I'm just telling you what I remember from being a young lad.
But they also told me that if you jerked off too much, you'd grow hair on your palms. They told me that shit.
Really? I never heard that.
See, that must be like a Florida thing. And then what you just said might be like a fucking California thing.
I don't know. I've also heard drinking coffee too young will stunt your growth.
I've heard that.
How old do you think I was when I started drinking coffee? My dad's side is Guatemalan. My mom's side is from El Salvador. How old do you think I was?
Judging by how short you are right now,
What grade do you think? What grade?
I'd say you started drinking coffee in 6th grade.
I started drinking coffee in kindergarten. Dead ass.
That has to be a form of child abuse.
I started in kindergarten.
Kindergarten caffeinated. Ooh, that's got to be the name of this fucking.
I think that's why I don't have the H. I built up a tolerance at such a young age.
Holy shit, dude! You started like drinking coffee daily?
So my grandparents would like pick me up after school, or I would stay with them after school, and I would just drink coffee, and I would scoop shit tons of sugar. Family history of diabetes too, so that's if it hasn't caught up to me yet, it will.
Oh my god, that's wild. I'm flabbergasted. Wow.
Yeah.
That is so young.
But you are kind of right. Like I started drinking it daily in like 5th grade.
That's crazy. And you're still doing it to this day.
I did stop my freshman year of college. They had, I'm a big, I don't want to sponsor anyone right now, but
say what you want. I'm fucking drinking Zevia.
My favorite creamer is hazelnut. And my freshman year, our dorms had it, but they have the ones that you fucking pump, and it wasn't cold. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. So my entire freshman year, I stopped drinking coffee. I would just have ice water in the morning. But then the second I got home for summer break, back on the coffee.
He suffered from withdrawals.
I did, dude. I get headaches if I don't. Yeah.
Especially if you start.
I don't do coke.
Fucking 4 years old.
Yeah, I don't do coke. I don't do meth. I just do coffee.
Good for you. You smoke weed?
Not anymore. Too many panic attacks, bad trips.
Really?
Yeah, this, like I said, keeps going day and night.
You look fucking zooted right now.
Really?
Oh my god, dude. Your eyes are fucking glazed over, red. I was wondering, I was like, this dude, like I'm thinking to myself, this dude came fucking blitzed to the podcast.
No, one of my friends, my freshman year of college, my eyes have always been like this, like very low. But she said that I look like I had vagina eyes because they just look like a vagina because they're so closed. And so, yeah, she would call me vagina eyes from time to time.
It's a good nickname.
Yeah.
There could be worse names.
There could be worse names.
She could have called you pussy pupils.
Pussy pupils. I hate that. I hate
the word pussy.
I hate it.
I knew you were going to say that.
I hate it.
You might be the only male I've ever heard say that.
And cock. I hate that word so
really?
much. I hate it.
Why?
It just sounds... I mean, it's a filthy, dirty thing anyway. But
it is. It's meant for that.
But the word is fucking gross. I hate it.
Yeah.
And when I went back to college, the mascot is the gamecock, but no one ever calls it a gamecock. It's just the cocks.
Are you
Let's
serious?
Go Cox.
So you just had to say that all the time.
I never fucking said it because I hate that word. I feel gross.
So, like, if you're watching porn and this dude's like, suck my cock, you're like, ugh, done.
If I'm watching what?
Porn?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of what?
The word you said.
What
was it?
What?
What was it? Corn?
Yes.
I like corn.
Oh.
No.
Really?
I've never heard of that other thing before.
You've never heard of it?
What is that?
It is...
Explain to the young children what...
So just the recording of sexual interactions.
That's supposed to be like a personal, intimate thing, though. Are you telling me people record themselves having sex and they put it out everywhere?
They do. People like to do that.
Are you telling me sex has lost all its meaning nowadays?
No, I'm just saying people like to do what they like to with what they like to enjoy. Hey, everyone likes to do what they do.
Yeah, do whatever you want. That's cool. No one's ever going to judge you. Anyway, back to my favorite shows. Avatar The Last Airbender, like I said. I rewatched a couple months ago too, Danny Phantom. Not as good as I remember it.
People don't often make me laugh because I'm usually one that makes people laugh. But good on you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you like Danny Phantom? You seem like a Danny Phantomer.
I loved him growing up. I wanted to be Danny Phantom. That's the thing. All my obsessions, like movies, TV shows, like I love them because I would picture myself as that person. Like I pictured myself as Aang. I pictured myself as Danny Phantom. I was Spider-Man. Like
Miles Morales?
no, Toby.
Oh.
Toby.
Hey, man, I got to ask.
Toby's my Spider-Man.
Got it. What do you have against Miles?
I've never seen him. No, I've never seen either of the Into the Spider-Verses. Never.
Neither have I. But I played Marvel's Spider-Man on PS5.
I have Xbox. Can't
You
play
fucker.
it. Can't play it.
You fucker.
Can't play The Last of Us. Can't play Ghost
You
of...
can't play anything good.
Can't play Ghost of Johnny Tsunami.
He gets to play Quantum Break and Call of Duty. And not even Destiny anymore, but Halo.
Destiny's annoying. Here's 3 levels you can play. Oh, you want to play the rest? Give us another $60. Fuck you.
Well, I mean, on PlayStation, it's completely free.
No, thanks.
Who the fuck plays Destiny anyway? I remember that when that shit came out in like 2014. I was a buddy of mine would just like nonstop religiously play it, and it was pretty annoying.
Yeah,
That's the end of my. I didn't really.
I only
go
played Destiny 2. I didn't even play the first one.
Do you like video games?
Fucking love them.
So like, what are some of your favorite? Obviously, you like shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you don't like RPGs?
Name me a couple RPGs. Like, I'm not that much, excuse the term, a nerd about video games. I just know what I like and I play it. I don't look up like, oh, what's the FOV of the RPGs TPS? Like,
That's
just
fair.
let me play the fucking game.
That's fair. Some people are really into it, like myself. But
No, which is not a knock on you. It's
do you
just,
like? No, I know. Do you like playing games with swords and dragons and magic powers? Shing, shing.
I played.
And big open world you can explore.
Do you remember the movie Aragon? I played the video game version of that movie.
Oh God!
I played that. I've never played
I
Skyrim.
actually remember that on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Aragon. That game was a piece of shit. That wasn't an RPG.
That's the only game I could think of in 5 seconds that had magic and swords and dragons.
Jesus.
I've never played Skyrim.
They need to make a Call of Duty where you have to go take down like a magical wizard or some shit, dude.
But I don't even play Call of Duty anymore. It's just
It's
the same old shit.
It's just Halo and it's just Gears of War.
Has there been a new Gears of War recently?
There's like fucking 7 of them, dude.
Yeah, I know, but like when's the last one?
I got Game Pass.
that they
They're all
put
on
out?
Game Pass.
Yeah.
The last one came out in 2023, I think.
Are you fucking serious?
And it's starring the girl.
See, I don't even know what Dom's wife? I thought she was dead.
I don't know anything about the story. I just know there's men in it and they're tough.
You don't like Gears of War?
I played the first one. I played the first and second. Let me go. I hear like a weird noise. Let me go investigate. I think my cat might be fucking something up. Plus, I want another Zevia. You take it from here, pal.
Yeah, if you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, what nation would you belong to? Would you be the Water Tribe who just sits there and takes it? The Earthbenders who can do something about all the injustice, but they decide not to? The Firebenders who just fuck everything up? Or would you be an Airbender who's just about peace and love, but you also just kind of sit there and take it? Who would you be? Let us know.
Comment below. Right?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
So, how do you feel about co-hosting the show? You handled it.
I did.
You handled it pretty well there, bud.
Get ready to learn fucking Chinese, Jimmy. What's his name? The one who used to do SNL?
Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon.
How do you not know who Jimmy Fallon is?
You think I watched that shit?
But he's not that's not his thing anymore.
There's like
He's
three
Jimmy fucking Fallon.
There's 3 Jimmys, aren't there? Jimmy Fallon,
There's way more than 3.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimi Hendrix.
We're talking about talk shows.
Oh, talk shows. Jimmy Fallon, Jimi Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Carson.
Jim Carson, No, Jim Stewart was just an actor. Rest in peace.
Jim Stewart died?
Jimmy Stewart? Hasn't he been dead for like...
Oh, Jimmy
40?
Stewart.
Yeah, Jim. I'm professional with Jim. He's been dead for like 40 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, he died in 1997. Lucky him. He didn't get to
what day?
witness any of this bullshit. Wait, were you born in 97?
98.
Oh,
but
okay.
maybe I came like after him. He was
Maybe.
in a waiting room.
Maybe. What day?
Yeah.
Did he die?
Yeah.
What day did you live?
January 17th.
You lived on January 17th, 1998?
Well, I guess depending on what you believe,
You lived 9 months before
I started
that,
living 9 months before
give
that.
or take.
Yeah. But you could have cut me out like 6 months before that if you wanted to do.
He stopped living on the 2nd of July.
Mm.
So James Stewart, my favorite movie of James Stewart,
Have you seen any of the
doesn't
movies that you're looking
exist.
at? Yeah.
Because I don't know any of these. And honestly, if I'm going to be completely transparent with you,
You've never seen Rear Window?
I kind of feel like a piece of shit because I'm a filmmaker and I haven't seen a single Jimmy Stewart film.
So this is a conversation that I would like to have with you.
I kind of feel scummy.
And it's not about Jimmy Stewart. It's about old Hollywood, like golden age of Hollywood, old Hollywood films. Do you think maybe like people in our age range are kind of fucking pretentious when they talk about, oh my God, my favorite film is this like obscure French film from the 50s, or oh, my favorite film is Lawrence of Arabia. Like, bro, I was born in 98. Like, I don't have the same cultural references to those movies that came out before my parents were even born. Like,
And
I'm
yet
not
you think to yourself, how the fuck do you, right?
No,
you ask
I'm
yourself,
asking,
how the fuck do you...
well, because people have other,
Right.
like people are into those movies. I
But
wanna
you
know if
ask
that's-
yourself, are they really though?
yeah, is that genuine, or are they just
Right.
being fucking assholes?
Good question, dude. I think they want to be genuine. So maybe they could be trying to convince themselves that they're posh
Mm,
and of a certain caliber.
I agree.
I think not everybody, because obviously there's a niche for that. There are people that have a love for film, but generally they're...
I mean, there's people who have a love of film, but they only watch Adam Sandler movies.
Exactly. So, it's hard to say. Who can really generalize
I
that
just
anyway?
wish you would fucking be honest with yourself and tell us if you actually like that or you want to be cool. Do you want your letterbox to pop off?
Do you care that much though?
I don't care.
Who do you move with in your circle?
I don't
that acts
care
like that?
if that's what you're into. What I care about is people being honest.
Yeah, I care about that.
Like,
Honesty and
just
and
be yourself.
Authenticity.
Which is ironic considering just 10 minutes ago I was talking about how I'm a different person in different parts of the country because you have to fit in. But I'm still always honest. I'm not putting on a...
I think you're still always
character.
yourself too.
Yeah.
I think the way you said it, you can still be able to blend in and still be yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I'm blending in right now.
Mhm.
I'm giving the illusion that I'm this excellent talker on a podcast, when in reality I'm this feral ghoul from Fallout.
I don't understand the reference because I've never played it, but I will roll with the punches.
That was really cringy. I'll cut that out probably.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll leave it in.
I'm very bad at I remember I was at this restaurant in college one time and I saw this kid who went to my high school and I hadn't seen him in like 3 years. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to say his real name. Oh, hey,
Scott.
Scott.
Is his
What's
name
up?
Scott?
No. Hey,
What's
Scott.
his name?
Mark.
Say his real name.
Mark.
Say his last name.
I don't know if Mark liked me.
Say his
Actually,
last name.
I don't know his last name.
You're in L.A. You are a filmmaker in L.A. Mark
know his
can't
last
touch
name.
you, bro.
I don't
Say
know
his last name.
I don't know if he ever liked me either. He always was
Mark Hemingway.
Trump. Mark Trump. I did like you, Mark. I thought you were a cool dude. But I ran into him at a restaurant. I'm like, oh, Mark, what's up, dude? Like, how's it going? And he just looked at me, and his eyes were fucking glossed over. And he's like, I don't know how to do social interactions. And he just fucking walked away. And
Mark.
I think about that all the time. It
Mark
was so
said that
funny.
to you.
That made
the
me...
cool Mark from school?
Mark, I want you to know that made me laugh so much. That was so fucking funny.
Was he trying to be funny?
I don't know. He was a
Mark.
funny kid though. His Twitter, oh my god.
But you didn't see him again after that?
No,
No, he wasn't being funny.
never again.
That motherfucker was fucked up in that situation. Something happened.
It made me laugh, Mark. I thought it was very funny.
Mark, I hope you're okay right now. Have you been to Paris, Texas before?
No.
I've been
through Texas. I don't like Texas.
Did you know that in Paris, Texas, they have an Eiffel Tower?
I don't think that's true.
A mini Eiffel Tower?
I don't think that's true. People have all my friends, family are like, oh, all you do is hate everything. All you do is hate everything. Fucking maybe. But I was not a fan of 2001: A Space Odyssey. I thought it dragged on a bit. I thought it was just a little bit. I don't know. Something about watching a space station just spin in outer space for 5 minutes wasn't really riveting to me.
Okay.
Watching someone float to use the facilities for 6 minutes wasn't appealing to me.
Do you know why?
Watching a guy just run like a hamster for an hour, I'm just increasing the time that Kubrick spent on these shots.
Do you know why they weren't interesting to you, Alec Salazar?
Don't fucking say I have a TikTok brain, because I don't have a TikTok.
I would never bring a TikTok brainer on my show.
I
would never work with a TikTok brainer.
I don't even have TikTok. Thank you very much. I don't know. I just thought I'm the kind of guy, if you can tell me the point in 30 seconds, why are you going to tell me a 30-minute story instead? Just give me the 30-second version.
Yeah.
I'm about being like, we need this fucking info now.
I get that. In a sense of storytelling. I get that. Do you know why? I'm going to tell you why the movie was so great for its time. Because if it would have come out now, obviously it would not be much.
That's another topic we can talk about.
Well, that's the true fact of it. Like, it's because of what the movie has done for filmmaking in today. Mm-hmm. Because at the time,
I mean, don't get me wrong, the visuals were insane.
But can you imagine that? You know what year that movie was made?
Fucking 60, whatever.
And it looks better than movies that come out now.
Well, he actually filmed it the same time that he filmed the moon landing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you do the quote?
Because, I don't know, the moon landing. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
But why are you quoting it if he filmed the moon landing?
Because the moon landing was... Do you think it's real? The first one in the 60s, do you think that was real?
I don't know why you're doing quotes.
I think we've made it eventually. I don't think the first one was real. You're telling me we didn't have cell phones, but we could talk to fucking Lance?
Guess what?
Was it Lance or Neil?
NASA's planning a trip to the moon by 2028, I think.
I'm sure they are.
And that's going to be the first time man sets foot on the moon.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
The comments are going to go crazy. Dude, it's murky waters there because I don't think there's a yes or a no answer.
But that's kind of how it works. Either they did go in the 60s.
I don't think so.
Or they didn't.
I don't think there's a yes or no. I think that I think it was a very big production. I think
because you got to think it's the Cold War.
I think they built a ship. I think they built a ship
and just shot it off without like the astronauts actually in it.
I think something maybe could have happened around, but I don't know.
I just don't think there's any way, dude.
Let's go back to Space Odyssey.
Did Wi-Fi even fucking exist back then? But we're gonna walk on the moon.
Well, they say NASA and the government technology is 20 years ahead of our time on average currently.
Do you believe that?
I think that could be true.
I think I do.
I think I believe that because I don't even think that we have our technology from us. I think we get some of our knowledge and our technology from beyond human.
Who built the pyramids?
I don't know. I didn't build them, so I don't know. Who built them? Alec, are you a human? Are you going to tell me something right now?
I'm asking what you think. Do you think...
This is my podcast. You don't ask me what I think. I ask what you think. Do you think they've built the pyramids?
No, I'm doing the interview now. Do you watch The Office? Did you watch The Office?
I love The Office.
When Jim flips the interrogation on Dwight, when Dwight finds the joint in the...
Oh, I thought you were talking about when he flips the interrogation in the conference room when they're doing the call.
Oh, no.
And Steve Carell's like, you pissed him off now.
Yeah.
Great fucking show.
Butt liquor. Yeah.
Butt liquor, yeah. You remember this really well.
I have a very good memory. I'm not good with names, but I was talking to someone
When did James Stewart die?
You said 97. July 2nd.
Oh, fuck. This motherfucker has a good memory. He was not lying.
I can pretty much remember almost every conversation I've ever had. Like, I don't know what it is, but names
There's a name for that.
escape me. Autism, I think. I think I'm on the spectrum. I have to be. I cannot. I'm just not good socially. I can't. Eye contact is so fucking terrible for me.
Okay.
I hate it. And I hate it because it makes me feel like someone's looking at me like, oh, look at this weakling. Like, no, bro, I just don't want to get lost in your eyes.
You're a boss, dog. You ain't
But
no
yeah,
weak link, bro.
I'm definitely on the spectrum. Shout
You're-
out to everybody on the spectrum.
You're my associate producer on my feature film. You ain't no fucking weak link.
But not even just conversation. Like, I can remember entire text message conversations I've had.
That is a talent.
It's
So
weird.
that's why you're going to be a great support as script supervisor to help
Yeah.
the other script supervisor.
Yeah.
Since this movie needs like two of y'all motherfuckers on this shit.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that about you. That you have somewhat of an eidetic memory then.
I guess so, yeah.
So can you see a picture and just memorize it, or is it just like words and shit
It's
written
weird
down?
because I can remember
Dates
how I
and-
felt when I had that conversation. And
Yeah,
then
a
that
lot of
feel-
people like that. I
And
feel
that's
that
why
way.
I like music so much. Like when I listen to a song that I love, I remember how I felt the first time I listened to it. And it's just like drugs. You're always chasing that feeling, but you'll never be able to achieve it again.
Do you like Star Wars?
Fucking love Star
You
Wars.
do.
Yeah.
He likes music and Star
Do you
Wars.
have you seen?
No, wait. We have to pause here because I'm going somewhere with that question.
Okay.
It wasn't just
I can
but
talk
you can still ask me.
I can
if you
talk
want.
about.
We're gonna
Star
go
Wars.
back though.
We should have had my brother on. We can talk about Star Wars for hours.
I love Star Wars.
Who?
I got a friend named Nilda who's a huge Star Wars fan, and she does all this crazy cool shit. She's got all these crazy figures and these costumes, and a lot of people like her, and she's awesome. Her Instagram is Nilda Listens. It's Nilda_Nilda_ Listens. Go follow her.
Okay,
Big Star Wars chick.
that's impressive to me that you can remember someone's Instagram handle. I can't even tell you my own right now. I have to look it up every time.
I made fun of my last podcast guest for not knowing his Instagram handle, dude. That's your business, bro.
I couldn't tell you. I'd have every time someone's like, "What's your Instagram?" I'm like, "That's a good question." I have to pull it out and look.
All right, back to what I was saying, dude. What's
Fucking
your
love Star
Instagram
Wars.
handle? You really don't know it?
No, dude.
Dude, come on. I'm letting you do a plug in here. I'm looking through my fucking scripts. What am I looking through my scripts for?
Underscore
Underscore. It's
Alec S11. ALEC, not with a K.
So his Instagram starts with an underscore,
Yeah.
and then it's Alec S11.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Well, there's your plug-in, buddy. Now we're ready for
Who
this
shot
thing
first?
I wanted to show you.
Who shot first?
Huh?
Han or
Oh.
the green dude? Or is he blue?
His name. He's a Rhodian. He's
Or is
not
he
the
blue?
Green dude.
Is he blue?
His name. He's a race, and
Greedo.
he's a Rhodian. You know that race?
Yeah, Greedo.
If you think you're a nerd, you should have called him a Rhodian.
Who shot first?
Well, the Rhodian
Greedo.
Greedo. I think
That would be like me saying,
it's not that he shot first. I think Greedo had his finger on the trigger first under the table, and then Han pulled and shot first because Han's quicker. What do you think?
does it matter?
Yeah, it does because you asked me, and everything
I
you
don't think it
say matters.
I don't think it matters who shot first. Point is, Han won.
Yes, Greedo's no longer. All
Rest
right,
in peace.
listen to this.
The Harrison. Original.
I'm not the father. 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 I'm not the father.
Left the galaxy just to get a new scene. Touchdown, it's hot as balls on this desert Tatooine. Looking for a thirst quench, where the fuck's the canteen? I walk right by a Jawa, so I stop but don't look down. The silly little freaky starts yelling and he runs around. I don't speak no Jawa, so I kicked him in his shit. Ahead of the story, ahead I'll be soaring, ahead I'll be soaring. You look at me wrong. Oh goody, it's cantina time. I sit in the corner away from all eyes.
I'm not the father.
Is that you?
I'm not the father.
That is the Harry son.
That does not sound like you at all.
I'm not the father.
It's a Harry son original.
I'm a bang machine. I had sex with a Tuscan Raider. She said, fuck me now and pay me later. Check out Luke and Leia. Had him thinking I'm the father. Yeah, I made a pipe. I think I hit it once or twice. Nah, I totally lied. I fucking smashed 100 times. And when Anakin was using the Force, I was hitting it from behind.
That's still
Had me
you?
patting my balls, cause she loved me long time. We met on a booth, smoked a buoy and doom. She was in her green bottom, trying to look all cute. Then I came from behind. She said, who are you? I said, Harry Lucas. She said, who's so cool?
I'm not the father. I'm not the father.
Oh yeah.
I'm not the father.
One more verse, baby.
I'm not the father.
She can lick my dark side, in and all around. I even bring a stormtrooper back on Alderaan. But that's not before I took a dip in the Harry pond. Ooh, I don't got no standards. She could be bald or not. I even fucked a Wookiee on Kashyyyk where it's hot. I even fucked a Jedi wore her lightsaber watch. So I already know for sure, cause I took me a test. You be thinking I'm a Slimo, cause my wiener dick the best. You be wishing I'm the fodder. But I assure you, Padme, I'm not the father. I'm not the father.
I'm not the father.
That sounds very 305. That sounds very 305.
Would you have said that if you knew I was from Miami or not, or what? If you didn't know I was from Miami?
Do you know Pouya? Rapper Pouya? Pouya? It kind of sounded, that last verse kind of sounded like his voice, and then just the way, I don't know, the cadence. I've heard it
Really?
from him.
Okay.
And he's from Miami.
I'm really proud of that she could lick my dark side line. I'm really proud of that one.
Kashyyyk. You should have said Kashyyyk and like my dark side.
Oh, fuck.
What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Rise of Skywalker?
You're not. I'm alright.
Who's your favorite Jedi? Leia?
Ray something. Ray
Skywalker.
Palpatine is my favorite Jedi. Ray Palpatine. Oh.
Your
They're
favorite movie.
9 and
Just your
10,
favorite movie.
7, 8, and 9 don't exist in the conversation we're having.
Never heard of them.
Okay, so my favorite Star Wars, you're not gonna like, because I know there's only 6 Star Wars films, and you're probably not
Well-
gonna like my favorite.
Well, don't forget Solo, a Star Wars story.
No, there's only 6 Star Wars movies. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hated that movie.
There's Star Wars like stories,
Mm-hmm.
but there's only 6 Star Wars episodes. They're all
So
all
what's
in
your
the
favorite?
name. They're
Stop
Star
stalling.
Wars Episode 1,
Stop stalling. What's your favorite?
3. Really?
It's
Really?
the only one I saw in theaters. I went with my dad. I remember.
I went with my dad.
I
My
remember
dad
it so
pulled me out of
vividly.
school.
I remember it so vividly. He was like, "If you get scared, just let me know. I've heard that something happens towards the end." He was talking about Anakin. Getting burned.
I know what you're talking about. Obviously,
For the
spoiler
people who
alert,
don't-
motherfucker.
Spoiler alert! If you
Jesus.
didn't know,
The movie's about to hit its 20th year anniversary. No, it came out in 05.
05.
Next year it'll be 20 years. Yeah, I was in theaters with that one. Yeah, that was powerful. You were the chosen one.
So that line.
I
Right
hate you.
My
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. It was said you would bring balance to the Force, not live in darkness. I hate you. Sorry, I had to do it. I had to.
that Obi.
Oh yeah, you know what? You know what happened? You're still good, but it cuts out when I go too loud sometimes. It's still rolling though. It's still rolling. Yeah, we're still.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it just happens when I get too loud. I'm a loud motherfucker.
That line when Obi-Wan says, "You were the chosen one."
You were the chosen one.
My roommate freshman year, that was his alarm. Like he set that to be the. So
Oh,
every
God.
morning I would just hear, "You were the chosen one. You were the chosen."
Oh, like
over
just
and over,
that.
over and
Oh,
over and over
fuck.
and over. I
Yeah.
loved it. I loved it, Kyle.
Yeah, that was what Kyle. What's Kyle's last name?
Russell. Miss you, Kyle.
Fuck you, Kyle Russell. Just kidding. That's cool. You were the
I do miss
chosen
Kyle.
one. What?
I miss him. He's a good
He
dude.
didn't die, did he?
No,
Okay, because I said fuck you to that.
no.
I keep spitting.
I
It's a
didn't.
good thing it's my
I
mic.
didn't say fuck you, Kyle. He did.
He said it. Didn't you see his mouth? Look at his mouth. Fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah, dude, Revenge of the Sith. Holy
Right?
shit, what a movie.
Yo, Revenge of the Sith was the best Star Wars movie out of all 6 Star Wars films.
I
Reven-
hate Attack. No, I don't hate it. It's just so boring to me.
Why?
Attack of the Clones. It's
Why was it boring to you? Dude,
okay. So for me, Star Wars is
ready, Yoda, bro? Are you kidding me? Much to learn. You still have my old Padawan.
So for me, Star Wars is
Dooku?
the lightsaber fights. That's why Revenge of the Sith is fucking peak.
Okay, so that's why you didn't like it because
No, I
you
love
actually
the story.
see him turn into something.
Anakin is this.
Monster?
Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Anakin the Feared?
Have you ever heard of the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Yeah, Anakin is the saddest story ever told.
No, he's not. I'm sorry to tell you.
Whose story is sadder?
Oh, okay. Like this guy he's a Star Wars
you
fan.
gonna fucking say Chewie?
This guy's a Star Wars fan.
Oh,
and he's
hold
saying,
on. No, I know what you're gonna say. Oh fuck, who's that guy in like episode 8 or 9 who dies in his fighter? And
what is
everyone
8
called
and 9?
him-
There is no 8 and 9. What the
But that
fuck?
was a big meme. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Where-
I do. Yeah.
What's his name? Darth
Idiot. Darth dumbass.
Darth
Darth Disney.
Jar Jar. Is
You-
that the saddest story ever told?
Darth Disney in episode 8. He died. Listen,
Or are you gonna say Qui-Gon, Tales of the Jedi? Then I would say yes.
No,
Qui-Gon is the saddest.
let's be real for a second.
Or Dooku. Qui-Gon. Who's sadder, Qui-Gon or Dooku?
Dooku's got a good ass fucking story, but you're thinking
Did you
too
watch
limited.
Tales of the Jedi?
No, I have a
No,
life.
it's actually good.
Was
It's
it made by Disney? No thanks.
It was
then.
made by Dave Filoni.
Was it made by Disney?
It was made by Dave Filoni.
But Dave Filoni pre.
It just
Pre-
came out like
pre-
2 years ago. I'm telling you, I wouldn't tell you to watch it if it wasn't good.
Okay, how do you feel about Andor? How do you feel about Andor?
Andor. A lot of people complained it was slow.
How do you feel about Andor?
I thought it could have been better.
It's what this Star Wars universe needed. Can we go back to the best and the saddest?
Not best, saddest. Anakin is the saddest story ever told. All movies.
It depends how you look at sad. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I think the story that hasn't been told yet in cinematic form that will be soon is the best. Because you know how there's like a legacy we follow? We follow like this all 6 episodes of Star Wars are
9.
all. What?
9.
9? What 9?
Never mind. Keep going. Just saying, Rey is a Skywalker.
Who's Rey?
According to, what's her name? I'm not going to say her name. She
Who's
doesn't
Kathleen Kennedy and who's Rey?
I didn't say that name.
Anyway, so the whole entire Star Wars saga, all 6 episodes, is called the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
There's other sagas.
Mm-hmm.
Skywalker saga is not my favorite saga. My favorite saga is, are you ready? The Revan saga.
Ooh,
Do you know the story of
I
Revan?
fucking love Darth Revan.
Do you know the story of
God,
Revan?
I want to make a Darth Revan show so bad.
See, that's what I'm telling you. It's not Skywalker saga. It's not even that era. It's 2,000 years before it. It's
But it's
Revan.
but
it's the Mandalorian Wars. It's Revan. It's his life. That is the best. I think that's going to be the greatest Star Wars story ever told in cinematic.
But do you think we'll ever get it?
Yeah, after Disney is done with Star Wars and they fuck it up and they sell the IP back to somebody that pretends like they don't want it, but actually is going to make it 100 times better.
I talk to my brother about this often, and I've come to this conclusion fairly recently. I think George Lucas deserves equal blame for what has happened to Star Wars. George's whole thing about selling it was, oh, I want to raise my daughter. I want to be there with my family. Fine, bozo. Wait till she's older and then make the movies you want to make. He knew good and damn well that if he sold the franchise, they were going to say fuck you and make whatever they wanted to make. He deserves equal blame. You cannot tell me
Don't blame George Lucas.
it's his fault for... I'm not saying everything is his fault, but he deserves some blame for selling it off.
Like, what do you mean blame for why the series
Star-
has gone to the direction it's gone?
Yes.
100%, because he made the decision to sell it, and he knew that it wasn't going to be the same, which is why he did what he did with it, and he was satisfied with what he did.
I would have rather just not have gotten anything else for the rest of time.
Yeah, I actually agree.
But Tales of the Jedi is very good. I cannot recommend it enough. Did you watch the Clone Wars?
I watched all 6 Star Wars episodes.
No, the show. Star Wars.
Oh, the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Not the entire series. Not all 12 seasons or whatever the
7.
fuck it was. Yeah,
It's like 7.
I saw some. I saw a little bit of it.
And you didn't like it?
Dude, my Siri is recording me. How fucked up.
Oh, I forgot. You're like 20 years older than me.
Fuck you. Yeah, I was a little older when it came out, and I was like, eh.
Well, I mean, I didn't actually watch it until I was like 21. I didn't watch it as it was coming out.
A lot of people that I talked to, they actually appreciated it more in their adult lives.
It's very good.
I can't
Same with
bring
Avatar.
myself.
Same with Avatar.
Really? The animated series, not
There's
James Cameron's.
There's a reason they've been trying to make it live action
Right,
because
yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah. Well, did the Netflix come out yet or not yet?
Yeah, it's been out. I still haven't seen it.
Oh, it's out.
It's been out a couple months, I think.
You still haven't watched it.
Mm-mm.
Are you afraid? Is that why?
I mean, the movie disappointed me so much, and if I wanted to like actually experience it, I could just watch the animated version. Why would I?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's some things need to stay animated.
Yeah.
Like with the new Ahsoka show, if you watched it, I don't understand why they didn't just make it animated. Like, we already know Ahsoka as an animated character. Just leave it that way. And sometimes Star Wars just does work better when it's animated.
Ahsoka was so promising when her character was coming up about a decade ago.
Oh,
people
yeah.
were talking about
I thought you were
her.
talking about the show was
No.
promising.
Like when her character first started to get talked about about a decade ago, when word got out that Anakin had a secret apprentice during the Clone Wars, and her character started to rise up, and then we started to hear trickles about, oh, she wields a gray or a white lightsaber because she uses powers from both sides gathered because she found the balance. I'm thinking like, Ahsoka's gonna be the greatest thing on the fucking planet. And then like fast forward another decade, and the show comes out now, and it's just like I didn't even watch a trailer for it, honestly. Not even a trailer. And I've heard that Hayden Christensen's in it. Ahsoka had so much fucking potential, dude.
Well, again, the Clone Wars is a very good show.
I've heard. I just can't bring myself to get to it.
It's worth it.
I honestly just don't even have the time right now. Like, especially everything that's fucking going
Yeah,
on, too.
Understandable.
Did I tell you that I'm writing a graphic novel, too?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah. You did. I can't remember what it's called, though. I don't know if you told me.
I don't think I told you. It's a prequel.
You said it's 300, 250 pages?
It's a prequel to an award-winning screenplay a feature I wrote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. Or if you even told
It's all
me.
right. I'll tell you about it later. But
Yeah. Darth Revan. Can't wait to see it.
I'm telling you, there's a KOTOR remake. You played KOTOR. You had an Xbox and you didn't play Knights of the Old Republic?
Nope.
And you like Star Wars and he didn't play Star Wars.
I was a
Knights of the
Battlefront
Old
guy.
Republic? That's an RPG. That is actually some will say, and I will agree with them, that is among one of the top 5 greatest RPGs humanity has ever created.
Yeah. Never.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. You can get it on Android, on iPhone. You can get it on the fucking Xbox. You can get it on fucking Switch.
Never
They're
seen it.
remaking it for PS5. It's the story of Revan.
Yeah. Never played it.
How do you know who Revan is then?
I watch a lot of Star Wars videos on YouTube.
So then you should know what Knights of the Old Republic is. He's the main protagonist of the game.
Yeah. Just never played it.
Can I spoil it?
I mean, I'd rather you didn't. And what if I want to play it? Although I did spoil Anakin getting burned. But that came out 20 years ago.
This game came out... No, that came out 19 years ago. This game came out 21 years ago.
There's no way.
This game came out in 2003. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's for the regular Xbox.
Oh, shit.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
why I'm so shocked. It is literally one of the greatest RPGs ever created by humanity.
Yeah, no, never played
It is developed by LucasArts. Thank you for blessing us with KOTOR.
Yeah, never played it.
Dude, it's amazing. Should I spoil it or no?
No.
Should I tell you what it is?
No, because now I want to play it.
You can play it on an iPhone. You can play it on anything, dude. I got it on my phone. Let me see if I fucking...
Why don't you just play it, I don't know, on the Xbox?
I got it on the Xbox, too.
Yeah, so why would you play it on your phone?
Because it's just fun to play around the world. With the power of choice, you can shape the universe.
Have you played those what's it
You
called?
can be a dark Jedi, a light Jedi.
What's it called? Fallen Jedi, Jedi Survivor, whatever those new games are called. Have you played those? Are they any good?
They're great. I love them. I'm rolling my eyes because you're fucking up the title.
What's it called?
Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Okay. That's what I said.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's the first one. And then Jedi Survivor is the second one.
So I said both titles.
You did. But I only roll my eyes because you didn't have the confidence and you knew you didn't think you had it right.
I had it 50%. I knew I had one. It was either Fallen or Survivor. Just bonus
was
points
both.
that it's both.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good games.
Is that genuine or?
Yeah, they're good.
I'll have to
I
check
love
it out.
them. You like, you know the genre. It's like a new genre, I guess, within the last decade or so. The Souls-like genre.
I'll
Have you heard of it?
I'll roll with it.
So it's basically like it's like if you're playing a really difficult game,
Mm-hmm.
it's considered Souls-like, and that term Souls-like comes
Dark
from
Souls?
Yes, the term Souls
Never
like
played
comes
it.
from Dark Souls, but you know of it. See,
Yeah.
it's that popular.
Yeah.
But you know like the idea of Dark Souls. Do you know that they're super difficult RPGs? They are.
Is it the same company or family as Skyrim?
No, that would be Bethesda Softworks. Also
Same guys
created
who
by
did Fallout?
Todd Howard. Yeah. No, the people who created Dark Souls, that's From Software. They're a Japanese studio.
So it's pretty good.
Some of the best. They are currently on top. They are one of the greatest. They're one of the best gaming developer and studios around right now. From Software is like top of the line triple RPG. Like it doesn't get any better than that.
You're telling me it's not Epic Games with Fortnite?
Epic Games is actually one of the most successful distribution and video game companies on the planet. They own a lot of stakes in the gaming industry, in the billion-dollar gaming industry.
Epic ruined Rocket League, by the way.
That and Tencent Media. Rocket League used to be good.
Yeah.
It was good once.
I loved Rocket League. I got into it during quarantine.
We all did.
My roommate was into it before, and like I would just chill in his room and watch him play. And I was like, this looks easy. And then he let me try, and I was like, this
wasn't.
is fucking impossible.
Yeah, but you get the hang of it after a while.
I don't think
and
you
it's
ever
fun.
get the hang of it. I hear a lot of people say it's like the highest ceiling of any game ever because you can just always be improving.
Oh, that is true. You can always get better.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah,
it is
it's
fun.
Rocket League is fun when you're playing with people.
Yes.
When you're just playing with randoms, it's no fun. Same with
If
VR.
you get to a certain level of how good you are, it is fun when you play with random people online.
I never got to that level.
Okay, you never got to that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I did, unfortunately.
Were you hitting flip resets and
I don't know what that means, but I was having fun with random people online. I was having fun.
very toxic fan base, the Rocket League one.
Oh yeah, they're
I
so
love it
fucked
so
up.
much. I love
They'll
it so
boot
much.
you out if you make a couple wrong moves. They'll fucking boot you out. You're
God,
done.
I love it. I remember one night during quarantine, I was playing with my roommate and then one of my other friends, and we had this kid on the other team was such a piece of shit. He would just kept what a save, what a save, what a save, what a save, and he was losing. He was down like 6-0,
God.
and so we
What a
invited him.
save.
We invited him to the party, and he just kept shit talking us, and then we just kept getting matched up against him for like 5 games in a row, and we just kept shit talking this kid. One of the most toxic nights I've ever had, but it's so fun.
Gamers can be really toxic, but you know what's really weird? The Souls community, Dark Souls, that whole difficult gaming community, they're so heartwarming and welcoming. Get
So
a couple
they're-
assholes.
So
but
they're perverts then. If they're nice on the outside, they're fucking
I'm telling you, no, the
perverts.
community of the Souls-like community, we're like one big happy family. It's for the most part.
One big happy orgy.
Yes.
Do they get a lot of cosplayers, the fantasy,
my-
the Dark Souls people?
You have no idea. There's some weird shit that goes on.
Yeah.
Some weird human centipede type cosplay and bullshit that happens at these conventions.
Good movie or just so shocking that people will never forget it? Human Centipede.
I wouldn't call it good, but I would call it the latter of what you said. Completely just the shock factor is what's going to solidify its time in history.
Did you see it more than once?
I think everybody saw it more than once.
I only saw it the once.
So did I.
That's like your most watched movie of all time, isn't it?
It's one of my top 5. No. I I may have seen it twice just because I worked at Blockbuster when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we talked about that like 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Time is flying.
It is. And this is what happens on the podcast. Time just goes because we're just chilling. We're having a good time. But that being said, it could be a good time to end it.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah. So I guess we could do it. But I think it was a good enough podcast for I'd love to have you back on at some point. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And dude, we're making a fucking movie together.
We're making a movie.
This is gonna be fun. I'm really excited to do this with you.
I'm excited, yeah.
But, without further ado, get the fuck out. And don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I got a big ass, so it might hit me on the way out. But I'll be out.
All right. Well,